The star of the hit TV show Grimm is a man slash Vesson, you know, so you won't mind if I tread lightly during this next interview. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Ken Ackerman. Joining us is a man you well know, Sasha Roiz. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for letting us use your office.
Absolutely, it's all yours.
Today. Captain Sean Renard, now you were trying to help me pronounce what you exactly are.
Yeah.
Well, have you got the pronunciation down?
Zauberbiest.
Zauberbiest.
Very Germanic names. It's taken me 3 seasons just to figure out how to pronounce
it. When you went in for your first audition, what were your expectations? First of all, you didn't even audition for the role of Captain.
No, initially I auditioned for Monroe, the Blutbad, and Blutbutton. See, I can't,
you can't even get
them. They were just trying to figure out which way to go, and thankfully they got Silas, who's just fantastic in the role. And then they came back to me with this role of the captain, which at the time they had visions for. They had some sort of arc for this character, but in the pilot he wasn't featured very much. So it was just a really interesting development, and luckily enough we got picked up and we had a chance to build on that, and it's been an interesting ride.
Now, for an actor, you've done so many different shows, Pompeii, CSIs. Something like this, does that provide security for an actor, or is it something you don't want to get typecast into?
A TV show is always tremendous security, not just financially and professionally, but it's just a chance to really develop and build some chops and relationships, and it's been a wonderful experience all in all. And certainly you want to, in your time off, do some other projects. I had a chance to do, like you mentioned, Pompeii last hiatus, but we have a very small window for that time off, so it's difficult sometimes to coordinate things. But definitely you want to branch out a little bit when you have a chance.
To try to keep life balanced when you're shooting, I know that takes up way too much of your time, but do you try to get into being a part of the community?
Absolutely. We've been in Portland now for 3 years. We've really made it our home. We've bought some property here. We've really planted some roots, and the city of Portland has just been tremendous as a host. They've taken us in, and they've been so wonderful to us and really supportive. There's a real sense of pride to the show, and having it here in Portland, having it based in Portland so they could see it reflected on their TVs every Friday night. And in addition to that, most of us have been very involved in different charities and organizations. I myself am involved with the Dornbecker, to great extent, and it's been a great opportunity to really branch out and become embedded in this community.
What's the difference living in LA and everyone on the street knowing you and stopping you? You don't have much of a private life. Is it different up here for you?
Well, here they're like I said, tremendously supportive, and they really love having us here. So there's a real positivity. Like, I think the city feels very much that they want us here, and that we represent them in many ways. And since we're one of the only shows really working here, there's a pride to that. And so we feel very supported. In LA, it's a little bit more anonymous.
I interviewed earlier a Hexen Beast, as I normally do. And
as you do.
And for people that watch this show, you've been a very bad man.
I've been a very, good, bad, everything in between. I mean, I've been every shade of gray for sure, and it's an interesting character. He's very hard to pin down.
And season 3, reveals something to us that we haven't seen yet. Anything come to mind?
There's some stuff that comes to mind for sure.
See, I knew there was. Thanks for that revelation.
You're on it. There's some things you'll have to watch, though. Yeah.
Captain, you're going to find out. Anyway, can I call you Captain?
I love that you do.
You're going to find out anyway, but before you got here, I took this picture. And just wanted to make sure you were okay with it, because the last thing I need is some Vesson following me around the rest of my life.
Are your feet on my desk?
Yes, they pretty much are.
We'll talk.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it, friends.
Great to meet you, thank you.
All right, you see it, the handshake right here. All right, we are on the set of Grimm. We're in the police precinct. We appreciate you joining us on Comcast Newsmakers. For the crew here, I'm Ken Ackerman. Make it a great day.